WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, let's do it, Jarom, Tanner, and Nolly.
All right, so just the WCB Podcast, a part of the Hockey Podcast Network, presented by DraftKings and Raycon. It's Jarom, it's Tanner. What is up, bud?
You know, feeling good. One and one in Florida. The moms they're fired up. The moms are fired up.
God, Bedard with just the fucking image of the year right there.
Kids ripped.
Dude, this entire Hawks talk part of this episode is, for all the haters out there, it's going to be just a giant suck off of Connor Bedard.
Oh, geez. Hey. Whoa. That's aggressive, but yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, we'll get into it, but it's just like, God damn, Bedard.
It's the as advertised. Like,
have you guys heard about this kid that the Blackhawks drafted, Connor Bedard? I mean, did you know he was going to be good?
He's pretty sensational.
Oh my God, this kid.
He's on the Blackhawks, which is just amazing.
It's just amazing, despite of what everybody else says and thinks. But yeah, so real quick, only 2 games. We're still in that weird part of the schedule for some reason, November, where there's only like 1 game every like 5 days. And
then we get slapped with games, which is going to be great. This is the thing that's so frustrating to me, because I'm like, is tonight a night that we have a game? And I'm like, nope. No, we have 2 more days until we get. Yeah,
we don't play until they don't play till Thursday again, and then I don't think they play again until
it's Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So we do have a 3-game in 4-day period, which is awesome. So we got a fun weekend ahead.
And then they get fucking hammered at the end of November, going into December too.
Yeah, because what is this? At the end of November, we have 5 games in 9 days, because it's every other night.
And then December, same thing, every other night, all the way up until middle of December. 2 days off. Yeah, dude, there's so much hockey for the Hawks.
This is great to be a part of if we get to watch it, but that's just brutal. Every other night for like 2.5 weeks,
including a back-to-back, 2 back-to-backs.
Oh yeah, too. I didn't even notice that, because it's like the end of the Saturday, Sunday,
then a Friday, Saturday.
They just got Monday, Wednesday, Friday off for the next like 3 weeks, and then games every other day.
So we might want to change our recording schedule to Mondays, so we're not recording while the game's going.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Wow.
What this schedule though is, as much as it sucks for like the team wise, it's going to be actually really interesting. Oh shit, no, it's 3 back-to-backs in December. I scrolled. I didn't have December 2nd showing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 2nd and the 3rd, and then the 9th, 3rd, and the
10th. 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah, at least they have 2 days off before that one.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be a good test for these young kids, like to experience the NHL schedule like in full force here.
Yeah. I mean, and the good thing with a lot of this too is it's a lot of home games, and then the games that are away for a good portion of these are close.
Yeah.
Until they end up going to like Seattle and Edmonton.
Great.
So it's not you're not going to be dogging it so hard, but geez. And then we also we got a lot of divisional games coming up too, which is exciting, because like it's as fun as it's been to play the East, man. Like, I can't wait to play the teams that like we fucking want to just beat. Like,
it's actually really funny, like looking at the schedule. It's almost like they were making the schedule and they forgot that the Hawks A needed games and B needed to play teams in their own division.
Well, I kind of feel like,
because now, like, look
it's
at the
almost
end of
like
November,
they're parading.
December.
They're parading Bedard to all the East Coast teams, and they're like, "Look how good this kid is." come check him out when he's playing like the Central. So like, even though he's not playing your East Coast team, like make sure to watch him later on in the like either the later game or like the mid-afternoon game, and it's just like really pique the interest of everybody that's on the East Coast already to keep watching.
Just shoving Bedard on everybody's face. But
yeah, right.
But yeah, let's talk about the two games that were played this week, or this past week. Kick things off on the mom strip in Tampa Bay. We talked about last episode. We were really interested to see how the team was going to respond to the loss against New Jersey, because they really have been very inconsistent following a win, or following a win or following a loss. Like they win a big game, then they lose big, then they lose. So then do they follow it up with a good performance? And then we talked about Tampa Bay being one of the best teams that they're going to face here in the last few weeks.
Yep.
And it started off very much like, oh shit, here we go. Tampa Bay gets on the board within the first 3 minutes, I believe, of the game on a power play goal. And it was just like, fuck, here we go. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous just because they've got guys. They've got some real good guys. And like Kucherov's having himself a fucking year already too. Mm-hmm. So just like, oh, I really hope this doesn't turn into one of those games that's just going to be like hard to watch. But I don't know. I feel like Kurashev and Bedard have been doing pretty well together. And like I don't know if Bedard has finally got somebody that like has somewhat of like playmaking ability, and like now Kurashev has like somewhat of somebody to like play with, like, but they're doing well together.
I think it's just Bedard or Kurashev is trying to step up to like, he's getting this opportunity to play on the top line minutes with Connor Bedard. And he's like, I'm not giving this up. Like, it's going to have to be pried away from me. And I think he is doing a great job doing that so far.
And it's crazy too, because it's like on paper, Kurashev, Bedard, and Foligno seems like such a strange line. But
there's zero reason why that should work on paper.
It works so well.
It's so well. I love it.
It's crazy because like when I watch Foligno like skate, there's times I'm like, he's faster than I think he is in my mind. Like he's chasing down pucks and like beating guys like to the spot, and I'm just like, all right, like
it's the Bedard effect. Fuck man.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's like he is like having fun playing with this phenom. Like I think he's just like, oh, this is awesome. Let's go. Let's have fun with this.
I think he knows too. Like as long as we can get the puck, gain possession, and we get it to him, like there's a fucking good chance it's going in.
100%. Yeah.
And so it's just like, what's crazy? Okay, so going into this game, a little bit like deeper when we're talking about the goals, that Kurashev pass to Bedard backdoor was fantastic, right?
Yes.
Kucherov gets a goal because, like I was saying before, he's on fire. He's got 11 goals already. Yeah, that's one of those things where like a lot of people still don't put him in their top 5 for like best players in the league, but it's because he's been injured or just kind of injured, like LTIR until the playoffs. And then like people forget he had 126 points in like 2019. And like he's still really fucking good.
And he's also another guy too. Like I think it hurts him being on Tampa because there's so many good guys on that team. But it makes no sense why it hurts him, because he is by far the best player on that team.
Yeah,
offensively.
And everybody thinks it's probably Braden Point, and they just kind of forget that Kucherov is absolutely disgusting.
It's the Russian factor.
Yeah. Korchinski got his first goal of the year during this game too. Where
accident.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, right?
Boom.
Tyler Johnson scores against his old team. I don't know if you've seen this too, but like, was it this game or was it in New Jersey where he got stopped like hard? I think it was against Vanacek, where he had wide open net and he just gloved him. I feel like Tyler Johnson has some of the worst luck because
oh my God. Yeah.
That happens to him often. But then going into that next Bedard goal, right? So a lot of people didn't notice
Yeah.
until it was replayed like through Instagram, but like the way that he curved his stick in order to smack the puck behind him and right to Foligno. It's I don't know if you remember this, but I think it was the Vegas game where Foligno beat a guy to the puck and reached out and
Yeah.
same angle on the stick, got it over to Bedard. It's like I wonder if Foligno learned that from him or if Bedard learned that from Foligno, but it's worked twice for them and it's great.
Dude, and then it was just like him walking into the zone and just the patience he had to bring it around and just the slide it home. Like, God damn.
Didn't even slide it home. He slid it right into his pad. And then the sliding defenseman went off of him and then went through Johansson's legs.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of the wrong different goal.
No, he made the save. And then it goes off the defenseman who's trying to catch Bedard. No, everybody thinks that he slid it through his legs. If you check the replay, Johansson gets it with his foot, and then the defenseman just ends up crashing the net and putting it in. It's crazy
watching it. Come on, I don't give a shit about the wide angle. Go zoom in. Yeah. What's insane too is that all that you just talked about, all those goals, first period only. That's it. Like that was
it was the wildest first period because it was I was actually getting ready to have dinner with my wife and then it's like, oh, okay, like I was doing something and then I thought that the period had ended. So I sat down and then all of a sudden I hear Bedard does it again. And I was like, wait, what?
I was out to dinner.
Shot back up and like went and checked
I was out to dinner.
Oh my God.
I was out to dinner with my girlfriend and you guys just, my phone is just going off and it's like, Bedard. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on?
Oh no. Yeah, man. It was so cool.
3 points for Bedard in the first period alone. Absolutely ridiculous. Second period, Hawks keep it going. Corey Perry gets on the power play a goal assisted by Bedard on that one as well.
People were thinking that it was a Bedard Hattie on that one. But yeah, Perry had tipped it all day. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, there's no way he doesn't get a hat trick this game.
He was on the hat trick watch. He wasn't able to do it. Stamkos was able to bring it 5-3, and that's as close as it got. Hawks beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-3. Great start to the mom strip, as Bedard said, with no shirt and the Blackhawk chain. The moms are fired up. The boys are fired up. Let's go. Take that momentum until we had 2 days of nothing. Like, that's the worst thing. It's like all this awesome momentum. And then there's like a wait period of more than 2 days. Like the one time it's like, every other day, let's go. Let's keep it going.
The Hawks also had some injuries during this game too.
Yeah, this one was a rough one.
They had Athanasiou, Taylor Hall, and Jared Tenorti all got hurt. So that was kind of even more impressive in a way that they finished the game out with that dub with like 3 guys down.
So they were down 3. Tenorti actually ends up going on the IR due to it's a oblique injury.
I'm just looking. Nick Foligno led all forwards with almost 20 minutes. He had 19:30 against Tampa. Like that's kind of crazy, right? Because the next highest is 18:10, and that's Kurashev.
God. Damn.
And the Bedard was out there for just under 18 minutes. Oh, yeah. Also, Seth Jones played 31 minutes this game. 31 minutes and 46 seconds.
That's fucking insane.
And he was just even. 2 PIMs, 1 hit, 1 shot. Seth Jones he eats minutes, man. That's crazy. Everybody wants to shit on him for like being a minus, but like he's out there all the time.
He's a minute eater. Like it's like we've said this a million times. Of course, his numbers are going to look bad when it comes to like plus minus and stuff like that. When you're
the team's not good,
50% of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you expect?
It's crazy. I mean, they played great. Vlasic again. He's just continuing to impress me all the time.
You got bumped up to that first line. He's playing with Seth Jones now.
Yeah. played 23 minutes, just like 23 and a half. Dude, I'm telling you, the fucking rookie defenseman, it's just insane to me how well they're doing.
Yeah.
I love it.
+2, 1 goal. Kaiser, I mean, he was even, but he is playing 18-28, and I think he's even getting penalty kill time as well.
Yeah.
They're just really running with it. And I think they're going to start leaning on them more, especially with Tenorti out now.
Well, yeah, they're showing that they can, and they brought Isaac Phillips up, but he didn't play last game against Florida. I think they had Zaitsev in.
They had Zaitsev. I would like them to run the four young kids.
Yeah, why not?
And just see what happens. This is the year to do it. Time to do it.
It's so exciting, dude. Like they all do like something I feel like very well. And it's great.
They played their roles perfectly.
And they're only 22, 21, and 19. And it's like, oh baby, please, let's go.
And there's still about 3 to 4 more of them down in Rockford and juniors and all like that. Like, this is awesome.
There's going to be a lot of competition for those last like 3 spots.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, it's 2 spots because Seth Jones is going to be here for another like 6-7 years or whatever.
God damn it.
It's nothing. See, like that's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's just
the whole situation is like everybody fucking hates it, but like in 4 or 5 years when we're really good, and
it's just so
Seth
funny,
Jones is still playing 25 plus minutes a night, but now he's instead of being like a -2, he's like a +3 every game because the Hawks are just fucking clicking like crazy all over the place. And Korchinski's on the first line power play. And
I just laugh. I'm not laughing at like, God damn it, like we're stuck with him for that long. It's such a long contract. Like, there's certain players like I wouldn't give term to like that.
Also, the fact that like you could have just waited a fucking year, just waited a year, and then in free agency been like, hey, here's a 7-year deal because.
Thanks,
but instead you decided to go fucking 9 years because you got the last year of the contract +8.
I guess it's working out though. I guess we can't complain. I mean,
it's fun too.
The butterfly, 100. But it's like the butterfly effect. It's like if we don't do this trade for Seth Jones, does this team get as bad? And do we fall in the lottery and this and that? Are we watching Bedard in Anaheim right now?
Right?
Yeah. So. And again, I guess we can't talk about this game and not like leave this game and not recognize again Peter Mrazek just phenomenal once again. 909 save percentage, stopped 30 of 33. I mean, the guy is fucking just playing on his unreal. And talk about like him being trade bait potentially, and it's like no, it's like I don't know if I want that to be an option. Like I'm enjoying him being a Blackhawk.
I do love how well he's playing, and I think that that's great. And I think he deserves to like take a shot with a playoff team, right? Like he's 31. So if anything, we can bring him back. But I'd say more than likely we're gonna have somebody else as like trade bait.
Yeah,
he's showing that he's still good. Like everybody was fucking hating on him for so long, but he was having injury issues. I'm worried he'll end up getting injured, but man, he's fucking great.
Oh, it's due. I mean, that's like I feel like it's due for a classic Mrazek injury.
Don't put that out there. That's bad juju.
I know, but it's just I'm really enjoying his play, and I would love to see what he can do on a team that actually has players in front of him. If he's doing this with this squad, like let's go. I mean, that would be awesome to see. Moving on to the second half of this Florida trip, the Hawks look to complete the season sweep of the Florida Panthers, and unfortunately it did not happen. And again, much like the Tampa Bay game, I thought we were in for a long fucking game when the Panthers went up 1-0 39 seconds into the first.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to get the game turned on before they scored.
I literally turned it on as the puck was going to the net. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, right. It's like that kind of response that you like are like, not again.
Not only that, I was very pissed off because in my decision of who to pick up for the Sunday fantasy, I didn't go with OEL. He scores right away. I dropped Rodriguez for somebody else. He gets the assist on that goal. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But then the
It's
Hawks
tough.
respond. The Hawks respond about halfway through. Jason Dickinson, just a beautiful tic-tac-toe puck movement play in the zone here. Lucas Reichel picks up his first primary assist of the season.
Yeah, the first assist that actually like
He had
has intention. Like a lot of intention into where like his actual first point of the year, it was like he touched the puck and then it was another like 10 seconds before it ended up going to the net.
Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, Dickinson, he is a very underrated player too, and I think he's getting kind of forgotten about right now because all the other role guys are like stepping up. But yeah, the patience he shows out there, and he's able to just go get to the net and just basically, it's just tapped it in. Like,
well, yeah, with Athanasiou being hurt, who was centering that Reichel line, they had Dickinson stepping up in that one. And yeah, I mean, he filled right in, looked good. It's so funny because he's so deceptively fast. And like, I mean that as like, he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
And there was like, I want to say it was like some Instagram account that was showing like fastest skaters of the year, like during a game. And he was like in the top like 8. And I was just like, are you serious? Like,
that's insane. Yeah.
Like Jason Dickinson, like on our team. It's like, yeah, man, he can fucking motor.
Somebody who skates or that size should not skate like that.
But, yeah, that's terrifying.
Florida goes back up 2-1 on the Reinhart power play goal. And then just as the final minute of the first period, thinking the Hawks going to go into the intermission down 1. Oh no, Connor Bedard, nice little pickpocket. Not even looking at the net, fucking far side on Bobrovsky from the side of the net. Let's
just
fucking
over
go.
The shoulder, buddy. Like,
just how the hell do you make that shot? Not even looking at the net.
It was crazy because I'm watching the play happen and I'm like, oh, this guy's not going to get rid of the puck. I was like, if Bedard's, I swear to God, Bedard's going to score. And then of course he picks it up and then he just goes, boom, and just roofs it. And I go, dude, no fucking way did that actually just go in.
That release, like, God damn. Like,
and then the celly afterwards too, where he just goes behind the net and just stares at the crowd through the glass. And I'm like, oh my God, he looks like he fucking is pissed every time.
Can we talk about how this nice, humble Canadian, small town Canadian boy is starting to disappear with every single celly? And I am so here for it. Like,
it's like I said it in our group chat, but I was like, he had the look of just like, what are you gonna fucking do about it? And he's just like staring fans down, and I was just like, oh my God. It's like he's here to ruin lives. Like, it's crazy.
It is insane, and he is on a goddamn mission. Reinhart? No, he scored the second goal.
No, he scored the third as well. Yeah,
third goal. Reinhart scores halfway through the second.
Sam Reinhart's having himself a year right now too. He's got like 21 points in 14 games.
11 goals as well. Florida is like one of those teams, like, they're so good, and I don't understand why they just can't consistently be good. Because
their goaltending is always an issue, and like everybody thinks that Bobrovsky, just because he had the one playoff run, they're like, oh, he's back. It's like they squeaked into the playoffs. Like, they went from a President's Trophy winning team to squeaking into the playoffs.
That's what I was saying. Like, they have the skill and potential to be what they were. Maybe not President Trophy level, but
the funniest thing about that too, though, with the President's Trophy is they got rid of their one of their top defensemen because it was Uyghur with Ekblad on that line.
That's true.
And then they got rid of Huberdeau and just brought in Kachuk, and they made it further in the playoffs, even though they didn't have quite as many points in the regular season.
Yeah, I guess they're just making it into the playoffs and it can happen type of team.
Yeah.
Um, but then back to Bedard.
Yes.
He ties it up with another just unreal shot.
Yeah, he just changes the angle by just taking it a little bit more towards the inside of the ice and just going far side bar in. And you're just like, Jesus Christ. He gets it under the defenseman's stick who's reaching out for it too, and still gets a great shot off. And you're just like, man, he's gonna get a hat trick tonight now too, right? Like
he was on hat trick watch, and unfortunately, just like that last game, it just wasn't going to be in the cards. Panthers take the lead in the third period on a power play goal, and then it being a 4-3 Panthers win. What did you think of Soderblom's play?
It was okay.
He started hot, and I feel like he's just, I don't know if he kind of the same thing that happened last year where he had a bunch of really good starts and then a bunch of just bad streaks. I don't know if he's hurt or
no, I think it's just he might just not be getting, he's a little unlucky in certain ways too. I think that's where, I mean, we'll need him to start picking it back up when we have the every other day going schedule, on. Yeah. Because I'm sure he'll get plenty of playing time then.
Anything else? Anything else from this game stand out to you?
Not exactly. I mean, the Hawks have just been killing it in blocks lately still. They're not doing great in the faceoff circle in their last two games either.
Hey, 41% is better than the in the 30s than it has been.
I mean, the Bedard, Kurashev, Foligno line still doing well, so that's good. Oh, who was it? Fucking, who's the defenseman? Kulikov hit Bedard into the boards, and just the response immediately from Foligno, and then Reese Johnson was out there too, and he was just like standing there like, fuck, I want to do it.
The funny thing is about that too is like I saw people post more about Bedard getting hit than they do about Bedard's like goals and stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely those accounts that are just like, yeah, fuck this kid.
But then everybody's like, oh, welcome to the NHL, kid, like blah blah blah. And it's like he didn't lay on the ground. He got back up.
Yeah, and then Tkachuk went at him.
And I didn't have any issues with Tkachuk going at him.
All right, he's just trying to rattle him. Like,
he just rattled him, and he gave him a shove. He didn't do anything dirty or anything like that. Yeah. And it's like, hey, you want to Tkachuk? You want to fuck around and find out? Go for it. Like, you're literally watching your player get jumped by two Blackhawks because they touched the kid you're messing around with. But no, he was fine. He pushed him. He made him know he's probably giving him shit and just being like, it
was fun because Bedard just didn't even look at him. He just like skated away, just like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't give a shit about what you have to say. I'm gonna go fucking score a third one.
In the zone of just hockey. So
but it was good to see. It was good to see that kind of response when shit like that happens, especially since there's all of like the talk with Toronto just like getting smacked around, and they have guys that are supposed to stick up for people,
and they don't do.
So it's good to see our guys do that.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference, and I think that's why this team. This is gonna be such a shot, but it's like I could see this team being more successful in the long term than Toronto because like you're building up this character, like everybody stands up for your guy, and you don't let people walk over you, and that's the big issue with Toronto, like you said. So Connor Bedard, I said this is going to be Connor Bedard fest. I have an entire page of notes here.
Are they all about Bedard?
It's all about Bedard.
Tell me something.
So first off, the first thing I wrote down is Connor Bedard is that guy. And the fact that he woke up and realized that he's allowed to do his thing in the NHL, the rest of the league should be scared. The rest of the league needs to be terrified that this kid is fucking heating up. And when I say heating up, he's fucking heating up. 9 goals in 13 games is the most and to start a career for any Blackhawk in their history. You're talking 98 years of Chicago Blackhawk hockey. Nobody's ever had a better start than Connor Bedard.
That's pretty sick. And then the fact that 6 of those goals, or isn't 6 of them over the last not however many days, or no, 6 points, sorry, over the last 2 games. 4 of those goals are the last 2 games too. So it's like, yeah, he's heating up right now.
He's heating up.
He's never not scoring less than 2 anymore.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Currently, he leads the league with most goals in a 5-on-5 situation with 8.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Youngest player in NHL history with consecutive multi-goal games.
Okay. He's also third youngest player with 4 points in a game, and the other 2 youngest players are from 1944.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Isn't that silly?
It's so silly.
It's almost 80 years ago, 79 years ago I thought that was in the 20s. I thought they were in the 20s. I swear it said 1944 when I saw the stat on TV that both players were in 1944.
Okay, either way, still long ass time.
Yes.
And the other stat I wrote here, and I will be completely honest, the reason why my page is full up with just what I'm saying is because I have really bad handwriting, so I write big so I don't fuck it up.
End of the page.
Ranking the first 13 games played to start your career among NHL players, Bedard ranks 3rd with 13 points in 13 games. Trails only Crosby, who had 18 points, and Patrick Kane, who had 16. He has
is that for just first overall picks though?
Let me double.
I think it's a first overall pick stat.
Okay, so first overall pick, that's fine.
Yeah.
Still impressive.
Still very impressive.
He is better than Connor McDavid, determined and plain and simple, because he's got 1 more point than him in that same time frame.
Yep.
So Connor Bedard is that guy. He is as advertised, if not more.
And he's only 18.
He's only 18.
And he's a point per game player in the NHL.
They said something, was it Sunday's game or Saturday or Thursday's game, where they were like, he is going to be 18 for his entire first season because his birthday's in July.
Yeah.
So his entire rookie season, he will be 18. So you have to assume whatever he does, it's going to be the youngest player to do it. Or if not, probably one of the youngest players.
Do you think that on his birthday, they give him the C?
First birthday as a Blackhawk, they give you your contract. Your second birthday, they give you your C.
Yeah, wasn't it on his birthday that they did the contract, or was it right before?
The day of or the day after, so he could sign, I think, himself legally.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking cool, huh? It's just so much fun to watch. And it's just anything can happen when he's on the ice.
It's so great. It's just because there's times where starting the season off and it's there's some adjustment period, but it's okay, dude, let's see it. And then now all of a sudden it's okay, you want to see it? Boom, 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 boom. Let's go.
It's oh no, he's got his confidence. Everybody look out.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can possibly say about him that hasn't been said yet. And it's just, oh God, I'm just so fucking excited. I cannot wait for Thursday for another game.
I just get giddy because I'm okay, this is only 13 games into his well over 1,000 games played career.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's just kind of I wish I would have had this kind of realization when we first started watching Kane and Taves play. So it's just hell yeah, man, they're fucking winning games. It looks good. But they've kind of set the precedent of this is what really good Blackhawks players can attain and become. And it's just oh shit, we know what's gonna happen and we're watching it happen right in front of our eyes. It's fucking cool.
We've talked about this before, and I don't know if this plays a factor into it with Kane and Taves, or just maybe because we were younger. But we didn't have these expectations going into it with Taves and Kane.
No, but we also didn't know what to expect. There wasn't. I feel there wasn't so much hype around the drafts, all except for the big ones like Crosby.
Yeah,
other than that, it was just kind of like first overall pick might be fucking Tyler Seguin or Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
So I don't know if, it's like if I was trying to think like if we knew what we knew now about Tays and Kane, if we would have the same reaction, but then it's like at the same time, there wasn't that hype building up for it. So it's like, it's kind of hard to say that. Bet the action on the ice with DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings makes it super easy to bet on NHL action. Just looking at games tonight, you have the Vancouver Canucks, who are just on an absolute tear this season that nobody really saw coming. They are money line favorites at -162. You have the Edmonton Oilers, who are looking to get their season back on track, -185. And then you even got the Carolina Hurricanes, who are just big time favorites with -258. Those are just some of the odds that DraftKings offers you each and every night. Make sure you download the app now and use code THPN. New customers get $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on hockey. That's code THPN only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. The crown is yours. Bonus bet expire 168 hours after issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of the Boot Hill Casino Resort. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 186 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/hockey for eligible and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. NHL and the NHL Shield are registered trademarks with the NHL League. Copyright NHL 2023. All rights reserved. Halloween is over and it is now my favorite time of year. Christmas time is here. It may be too early to start decorating for the holidays, but it's never too early to start your holiday shopping. Why not take care of it now before the crowds and packed calendars make shopping a total nightmare? Especially when you can get some of the best deals of the season well before Black Friday. You can shop Raycon products right now and save up to 50% off because their early Black Friday sale is going on now. You heard me talk about Raycon products before. Raycon first made a name for themselves in the audio space with products like their everyday earbuds, known for delivering high quality, thoughtful features like a 32-hour battery life and a perfect in-ear fit for all day wearing and lasting comfort. And this past year, they expanded their entire business with the introduction of Raycon Home and Raycon Power Tech. Their 5-star reviewed Magic 180 cables allow you to charge iOS, micro USB, and Type-C devices 8 times faster with a 100-watt power delivery. Raycon is known for delivering high quality and thoughtful features at half the price of other premium tech brands. It's no wonder their products have racked up tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. To everyone, get in the holiday shopping spirit a bit early. Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site with select products up to 50% off. So beat the crowds and save now. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on Raycon's early Black Friday sale. Hurry up now to buy raycon.com/THPN to get 20 to 50% off site wide. That's buyraycon.com/THPN to score up to 50% off Raycon products. Buyraycon.com/THPN. Did you listen to Bedard and Korchinski on the Pete Blackburn podcast? What Chaos?
No.
So Korchinski was on there too. You wouldn't know that because they only played Bedard clips.
Yeah. It's Bedard and someone else on the ice.
Yeah. It was funny because they were talking about, the clip that was going around was like how Bedard's like, everybody thinks I'm a robot and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I'm hoping he starts showing it. But another funny thing is he says that and then he follows it up. They ask oh, what do you do? But you're not playing hockey kind of thing. And Korchinski's like, oh, I play music. He plays guitar, plays piano and all that kind of stuff. And then they go to Bedard and he's like, I just play hockey, man. And it's like, it's hard not to call you a robot when you literally only do hockey.
Yeah, you have one function. That's what robots do. Robots have one function.
The funny thing too on that episode was them coming to the realization. They asked them like, "Oh, what's a throwback jersey for you?" And they're like, "Ah, probably the Mighty Ducks." And then coming to the realization that Corey Perry wore that jersey at the start of his career. And they're like, "Oh no!" Like they're like, "Oh shit!" Like we didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in the NHL longer than they've been alive.
It's insane.
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
he still looks great.
And they said that Foligno.
Oh yeah, they had a Corey Perry tribute during the Tampa Bay game. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right.
John Cooper had nothing but good things to say about him too.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. The other thing too, I forgot to talk about the Tampa Bay game. One with Corey Perry was the morning skate when Tampa Bay's out there. There's a pitcher of Perry on the bench, and it literally looks like half of the ice is over there trying to talk to him. So it just shows you what kind of locker room guy he is. And two, it was really cool. That was the first time that Taylor Radish played his brother in the NHL. And it was during the mom's trip, so their mom got to be there for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were saying something about how they played like maybe 3 games together in Tampa, and then Taylor got traded. But I don't know, or Radish got sent down or something like that. Or not Radish, sorry, Darren got sent down. But they played like 3 games together or something like that.
Wasn't Darren drafted by the Hawks?
Maybe. That sounds right. I think it was.
That's so funny. Like just the full circle, like how everything like comes back to that.
I think that you're right now that you mention it. Darren Radish. He was undrafted. Okay.
Oh. Undrafted. Okay. Why did it? Who was it that was? I don't know.
So the Hawks signed him.
Oh, okay.
And then they traded him to the Rangers for Peter Holland. Okay. So he was with the Hawks at one point.
At some point, okay.
He had a contract with the Hawks, but he wasn't drafted by them. I'm trying to figure out, was that his first? Yeah, it was his first contract. That's kind of funny, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he spent time in Rockford.
Okay.
When he after the Erie Otters, he went to Rockford, then got the trade to the Rangers. Never played with the Rangers, just played in the A with Hartford, and then Tampa signed him. And I think he's played every game so far this year.
He looks like pretty good. Like he'll be a good solid piece on the back end.
Oh, he's older than Taylor too.
Yeah, he's the older brother.
Yeah.
All right. 3 stars of the week. It's gonna be really hard to figure this out. I know.
Well, yeah, it started at 3. Who would you put 3?
I'm trying to pull up stats for the.
All right, I'll say who I would put at 3.
All right, go for it.
Korchinski.
Yes, first goal
in the NHL, huh? Also, he had 2 shots and 1 went in. Okay, cool. I forgot to have it as at like this week.
Second star. Khrushchev?
Or Foligno. Foligno had 3 points.
Oh yeah, we'll give.
And he was a +4.
Yeah, there we go.
And he led the forwards with time on ice per game with over 19 minutes. That's just crazy to me, man. How old is he? He's like 38 too, isn't he?
He's up there 100%.
36.
He's up there totally, and he's only 4 years older than me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's only 2 years older than me. Shut up.
And then first star, Seth Jones for 31 minutes of ice time against Tampa.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And somehow only not being a minus.
I mean, the Hawks scored more goals than they gave up, so you'd hope that he's out there for those ones.
Connor Bedard, easily Connor Bedard, first star.
Bedsy
for the Blackhawks. Look at Bedsy. Bedsy out there for the boys.
He's not a first star for his faceoff percentage. I'll tell you what.
You know what? That's one of those things that's like, you've seen Super Troopers, right?
Yeah.
When they're like they're testing out the the shooting, and he's got the little nick in the neck, and he's like, "What about that little guy? Oh, that little guy? We don't worry about that little guy." And it's like face-offs. We don't worry about that. We don't pay attention.
That'll get
to that.
better. It'll get
Yeah.
better.
It'll get better over time.
They got Yannick.
Oh yeah. So coming up, they got the Tampa Bay Lightning on Thursday. They have Nashville on Saturday, and Patrick Kane of the Buffalo Sabres on Sunday. No, I know he's probably not signing there yet. Even if he does sign, he's not going to play yet.
Oh, he can't sign in Buffalo this year because otherwise there's no tribute video that we can do.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's why I was saying, like, he's got to sign before Sunday and he has to play. Otherwise, it's like another year until he gets a little tribute video.
So,
and he can't sign in Florida because we've already played them.
We're done with them already.
Man, what if he goes to Dallas though? What are the teams that are in the running at the moment? It's like Buffalo, the Rangers, Florida, Dallas, Florida,
Detroit.
I'm sure Detroit. I'm sure Vegas is like, yeah, we'll just give somebody up for fucking future considerations. Like,
it's gonna be East Coast / Central. I think it's Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I still like Washington. I know they're not really talking about it, and that's just an idea I threw out there. But the more we like talk about it, the more I'm like, ooh, it would be sick.
Yeah, I mean they need a Backstrom replacement, so
I don't know if you have any more for Hawks talk. I don't know if you have any more for Hawks talk, but I want to say something since we're talking about Washington. So Ovechkin, he's now 69 goals away from passing Gretzky.
Yeah.
He's plus 69 for his career right now with 69 games left in the season.
Get Patrick Kane to Washington this moment.
All right. You got anything else for Hawks talk?
No, man. I'm just excited because this week we actually get some more divisional game or a divisional game against Nashville.
And we get
which I'm sure UC Saros is still just going to be our daddy because that's all he does is just denies everything. But like now we have Bedard, so I'm wondering if Bedard can just break him because that would be fantastic.
Oh god, that'd be fantastic.
And then Tampa again. So if they can beat Tampa twice.
Sick.
That's awesome. And this one's at home too, so the moms will be fired up.
Levi too for Buffalo. I hope he plays because I'd like to see him.
Is he back up with the team?
Oh, did they send him down?
Oh, maybe that was Dustin Wolf that I saw.
Dustin Wolf.
Oh, Dustin Wolf got sent down. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, well, Levi was not playing for a bit because he wasn't doing too hot, but I think he played recently. Because Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was he's on a little win streak. I can't see it on here. I still just don't understand why Buffalo hasn't gone out and got John Gibson, and I'm still gonna just yell at it.
Because Anaheim was on a tear for like 2 minutes, so they weren't trading him.
Anaheim's still not doing terrible.
But they just put Trevor Zegras on IR.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So I think they're about to come back down to earth a little bit here. All right. NHL
he wasn't doing well in the first place. He wasn't one of the reasons why they were doing well.
Oh, Zegras?
Yeah.
There was something else going on.
Leo Carlson had a fucking hat trick. And then Frank Vetrano's just been scoring at an incredible pace.
Dude, he had 2 more goals on Sunday. Oh no. Why would you put whatever? I hate NHL.com.
Yeah.
All right. NHL talk here. Let's see. Edmonton Oilers made a coaching change. Fired Jay Woodcroft. After the Edmonton Oilers finally won a game and they won by 3. They replaced him with what's his name again?
Knobloch.
Knobloch, who coached Connor McDavid in Erie. So for those keeping score at home, Edmonton Oilers' new president is Connor McDavid's former agent. The new head coach is his former head coach. And then I didn't know that they brought Connor Brown in, who is his former line mate at Erie.
When was Connor Brown on his line? I thought that was DeBrincat and Strome.
That's what I heard. I mean, I heard another podcast talking about it.
Huh. Oh no. What's happening here?
Connor Brown. Who is not going to play another game this year, because if he plays one more game, he's got a $3 million bonus that goes against the Edmonton Oilers cap for next season.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Which, ironically enough, what's so funny is that contract was negotiated by his former agent, who is now the president of the Edmonton Oilers. It was the last contract he signed before he stopped being an agent.
That's funny.
So, they make the change. They won their first game last night with the new coach in charge. Draisaitl is still a scumbag.
Yeah, they just lost to San Jose, which is hilarious. They lose to San Jose and then they win the next one, and then they fire the coach.
Yeah, and then it's so funny too that Ken Holland and the president, it's Jeff something, I keep forgetting his name, whatever. But Ken Holland's like, yeah, no, we talked to McDavid and Draisaitl and all that about the coaching change, and then he'll tell you more about it. He's like, yeah, no, we didn't even talk to the players about this. There's no need to concern them with this information. Like, it's just what a goddamn shit show that is.
Yeah, they're not communicating. Nothing's right.
Nothing's right there. Hockey Hall of Fame induction was yesterday for the 2023 class or 2024. Well, I don't know how they consider it.
2023.
2023. Okay.
Yeah.
So as usual, that means it's time to look at who potentially could be going into the class next year. You know, you have all the longtime holdouts like Jeremy Roenick, who should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. But then you have the list of first time people. A couple names we'll throw out here: Datsyuk, Kovalchuk, Ryan Miller, Shea Weber. God damn it, Patrick Marleau. I was going to sneeze in for a second.
Okay.
Pekka Rinne, and just a number 4 in Chicago. Superman Nicholas Hjalmarsson, who unfortunately is not going to get the fucking credit he deserves again.
He should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. Greatest
1,000%.
Greatest defensive defenseman of all time.
I think Datsyuk is the only guarantee in that class right there. Maybe Ryan Miller.
No, Marlowe's going to be in. Just purely off the fact that he has the most games played.
He's going to be. I don't agree with it, though. But he's going to be. I know.
He doesn't have any... Does he have anything other than most games played? I gotta look it up because he doesn't have like any trophies, right? No individual
I don't believe
awards,
so.
no team awards. Does he have Olympic awards? Maybe
Team
was
Canada.
he on those Olympic teams? I don't even remember him being on those teams.
See, but that pisses me off more than, because then it's like, okay, Patrick Marleau is so a shoo-in. Why the fuck is Hjalmarsson not even going to be considered?
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can find anything.
Well, Hjalmarsson doesn't have the individual awards. He's got Stanley Cups. He's got the statistics.
So here's some records. This is on just Wikipedia, so to do this real quick. Most NHL regular seasons game played. That's Marleau. And then, so these are San Jose all-time leaders in goals, power play goals, shorthanded goals, game-winning goals, all-time leader in points for San Jose, all-time leader in shots, all-time leader in games played, all-time leader in consecutive games played. That's just San Jose. And then
so you know what that sounds like? He should be in the San Jose Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, most seasons of 10 plus goals scored as a San Jose Shark, most seasons of 20 plus goals scored as a San Jose Shark, and most seasons of 30 plus goals scored as a San Jose Shark. I mean, he scored a good amount of goals. He finished the career with 566. Like, he does have good, he's 3 points shy of 1,200 points. Like, that's great. He was on Canada for
So that helps.
For 2 gold medals in 2010 and 2014. He won the World Cup of Hockey. Yeah, and then just like Ice Hockey World Championships.
What was his stats? Goals and assists and points?
566 goals, 631 assists, and then 3 shy of 1,200 points. 21 games shy of 1,800 games. He's also like his playoff points aren't too bad. 195 playoff games with 127 playoff points. Also, he had 72 goals and 55 assists in the playoffs. Like, he's finishing that. It's just the Sharks couldn't do shit.
Does it say how many All-Star games he played in? Just curious.
I had just had that up, but let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it. Had that on Hockey Reference. All-Star games 3.
See,
in 2004, 2007, and 2009.
Jamie Roenick over 1,200 career points, 9 All-Star appearances.
Jesus.
1991 Canada Cup All-Tournament team. World Junior Championship Tournament All-Star in 1989, leading scorer for that same World Junior Championship. You got to remember, the Hockey Hall of Fame is not just NHL.
No, it's not.
It's international and all that too. Second all-time American point producer in World Championship history. Yeah, I don't understand why certain players get just automatically entered. He's a silver medalist in 2002 for Team USA. Like, I just don't understand why certain players is just automatically like, hey, because he did this, he goes in. Okay, well, this person did this.
Yeah.
Better numbers. And you're not going to put him in. I know why JR is not in there. I know it. It's not like I understand why he's not in there, which it's stupid.
But it's kind of bullshit. Yeah.
It's stupid 100%. I get why they're doing it, but it's stupid. He should be in there. And it's even dumber that Jalmerson will never be in there. And that's just not here nor there, because whatever. There's my rant. A little rant there for the minute. But
if it's crazy, just if Marlowe goes in just to go like even close to like where he is like points wise, and not have somebody like Rod Brind'Amour in the Hall of Fame, who only has 13 less points, but Brind'Amour has 2 Selkies and a Stanley Cup, and he was on the all rookie team. And I think Brind'Amour also has like other gold medals and stuff like that too.
And then it's like, I guess
if Marlowe's going in, it's purely because of games played. Because he doesn't have a cup and he doesn't have individual awards, but he's got 2 Olympic golds.
Yeah, I think he deserves to go in. I don't think he should be first ballot.
Oh, I don't think so either.
I also think it needs to go like, there's so many people in front that deserve to get in there before he should even be considered, but not how this shit works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so a couple more quick things here and we'll wrap it up.
Jeremy Roenick has the most points for a player that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Like, it's so ridiculous.
And then Bernie Nichols, Vincent Damphousse, and then Patty Marleau.
It's insane.
Yeah.
JR, you deserve it. We've told you that. I think we said that to him.
Yeah,
and
we
he
did.
even said, yeah, and he even was like, it's political, all that kind of stuff. But it's like no, do we want? I don't want. Okay, let's.
No, it's fine.
I don't want. I'm done with it. A couple
Datsuk,
more things here.
congratulations.
Yeah, Datsuk, let's go.
He's so fucking good.
I don't know. I'll be curious to see if he gets in though right away, or if there's gonna be the Russian penalty.
No, probably not.
We'll see. That's all. I don't know if there was like a mini GM meeting going on right now, but there was the discussion of the 3-on-3 rules possibly changing to produce more offense in overtime, which
yeah.
I am all for. I want there to be a way for 3-on-3 to solve, to decide the game. I don't want any more shootouts. One potential solution, this is from Frank Sorelli. They want to limit the way teams can continue looping back and regrouping during 3-on-3. Potential solutions is once you cross the red or blue line, you can't go back out, or they enforce a shot clock.
Oh, the shot clock is kind of stupid. My idea was literally like, yeah, sure. Once you get to like half court or mid ice, if you bring it back, delay in game. And then the opposing team gets a power play. Because that's
so you literally a penalty.
Yeah, obviously if it's an errant pass, or I mean that's kind of shit, but like if it's a wide shot that ends up looping around the back of the net and going down in your own zone, like you can regroup then. But like you can't
you could be like, I mean, NBA backcourt violation. The second it goes over, even if it's like an errant pass or whatever, they can't retrieve it. Once they retrieve it,
like they'd have to, as soon as they touch the puck possession wise, then it would call a delay of game. So you'd have to let the other team pick it up or take the fucking penalty. But like that's why I think it'd be good to make it be a penalty, because if you just like blow a whistle and then do a face-off, that's still just going to benefit teams that have better face-off men. Yeah. And so like you can just be like, I'd rather take the chance at like just winning another face-off than, allowing them to like break the puck out or do whatever. So I think giving them the penalty and like being shorthanded for delay of game really would be, I mean, they'd probably end pretty quickly after that.
I almost was going to suggest something, but then it's essentially what I hate. I was going to say, instead of a penalty, it would be a penalty shot. Oh, cool. Another game decided by a shootout.
Yeah.
Like,
let's start the shootout earlier.
I also think they should move it to 10 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
Make it longer.
It'd be very dramatic. I mean, when the 3-on-3 is like going and it's just like shot, rebound, go, shot, rebound, back in the other zone, and you're like, oh shit.
I also think, you know what? Let's take it to another level. That like the shootout where you have to submit like your first 3 shooters, you can only submit 6 skaters.
Oh God.
So like you have to do it. I mean, maybe only do 5-minute overtime with that, but it's like once you get to overtime, your bench gets shortened.
I mean, they shorten the bench anyway, right?
But I'm just saying though, like you cannot you have to use these 6 players.
And you have to get someone from the crowd.
Yeah.
To play goalie.
The e-bug comes in. He plays both ends. He's got to skate down as soon as the other team picks the puck up.
The goalies have to change on the fly.
Yeah. God. All right. Last thing we have, it's not really like the best way to end an episode, but I mean, it's relevant for what's going on in the hockey world. Adam Johnson, who tragically passed away when he had his neck sliced with the skate a few weeks back. The police, was it Britain?
Yes, the UK. I just say the UK.
Was it UK?
Because Britain is just the city, right? Or no,
Yeah,
London's the city. I can't.
London.
It's
I don't know.
UK though. Great Britain.
UK officers have arrested Matt Petgrave, the player. Is that how you say
Matt? Is it Matt?
it? I think
I'm not
so.
looking at it. I thought it was. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's Matt.
Petgrave.
Petgrave, who was the player that Skate came up and cut Adam. And under I don't know if he was officially charged, but it was under suspicion of manslaughter.
Mm.
So he's not. I mean, it's a weird situation. Like, again, I still have not seen the video. I refuse to watch the video. But from the way people are describing, I'm having a hard time realizing that there wasn't intent for him to injure or get a piece of him. I don't believe for a second this was his end goal, was for this to happen. No. I think he was trying to get a piece of him. I don't think this was the end goal.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Because the way people describe it is like his leg goes up, right? When he gets hit.
But the way that like he's falling is kind of awkward too. So like, I don't know if he's trying to catch some sort of balance before hitting the ice, but like it's just a really odd maneuver.
Yeah, I just think about every time I've had my legs taken out from me, or like I've like fallen on the ice. The only times my leg goes up is when my feet get taken out.
Mm.
But it's like usually my instinct is to try to like bring my leg down to try to brace for the fall. It's like I don't know. That's what, without seeing it, I can't really say much, but it's a shitty situation, and it sucks that it's getting to this point because it's like the player had no intention. He had no intention of killing the guy.
No.
And unfortunately, but it's like, hey, one way to look at it, it's like people get people accidentally kill people all the time, whether it be car accidents or, other incidents. And it's like, if something's got to be done for it, it's got to be done for it.
That's the thing with manslaughter. It's like there's no intent, right? But somebody ended up dying. So whether or not the intent was there, it's kind of, you're looking at like how it transpired.
Yeah.
If you determine that like whatever their actions were with intent or without intent, like you could just kind of make that claim.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Just unfortunate timing too, because he just returned back to his home rink for the first time since the incident. And when they showed him on the Jumbotron, he got a standing ovation from his hometown fans.
Yeah, which, I mean, bad timing.
Very bad timing. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Do you have anything else?
The Women's Professional Hockey League released jerseys, but now that I'm seeing it, they're temporary jerseys for the first season. Because they look not good.
I was gonna say, like, I shared it on our Instagram story on the podcast. I'm like, I've made better jerseys in shell.
Yeah, I've seen this one now. That's a different tweet that's saying PWHL jerseys for inaugural season have been unveiled. Keyword for its inaugural season: these designs are temporary for year one, giving the league time to get team names and logos right.
I would say they haven't even announced like team names.
Yeah, that's why they literally just say that the city in like the diagonal across the chest. And then I don't know, like the photos that they have of the girls wearing the jerseys, the stitching around the letters of just the city just looks so weird.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like they pinched the jersey.
Yeah,
like it's like yeah.
It doesn't look right. So I'm glad that it's only for this season, but like, goddamn, and it made me feel like, is this what we're in for with like Fanatics jerseys next year? Like,
did you see the picture of Kendall with hers?
He's
holding hers up like this, and it just looks like black square, ES.
Yeah, Minnesota. I see that. Even Hillary Knight, I feel like she's about to like just tear the jersey.
Yeah, it just. Yeah,
but I don't know who the girl is that's next to her, but like if you look at the stitching around the letters, it just, yeah, like you said, it just looks like it's pinched in, which is so strange to me.
Are these the colorways that they're gonna be though? Like for
I,
sure
I don't,
afterwards, or
I don't know.
I mean, there's some cool
The
colorways.
colors kind of match. Besides the New York one,
I
the
like the New York
colors,
color. I like the Toronto.
Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, those all kind of match the NHL counterparts. And then not really the other ones. I I I'm just glad that I finally just noticed that it's temporary for year one, because like if those girls can get some like really sick designs, like that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. And I'm glad they're
So
kind of not rushing it, right? Like I wish that
yeah,
these jerseys would have had a little bit more thought put into them, because they're kind of like simple and basic, but whatever. I've said before, you got to look good to feel good, to play
play
good.
good. Let's go. And again, any criticism for that, it's not like, oh, the against the league. It's I want the league to work out. I
Yeah,
think women's
absolutely.
hockey can be fucking fantastic right now. Like I mean, you see what it does during like the world championships and stuff. Um, but yeah, no, it makes me feel a lot better that they're taking their time to figure this out and not just rushing this and like, hey, here you go. Because I thought it was weird. There's no team name, no nothing yet. But so I guess it might just be your Minnesota, Toronto. But
Yeah,
all
right.
right,
They just go by hockey team, like the
yeah,
Commanders before they were
be
Commanders.
kind of cool. I mean, Toronto hockey team, the Toronto
The
female hockey
Toronto,
team.
the Toronto
I
women's
still got to
hockey
get
team.
more specific.
I mean, you don't have to put women's, and like
Yeah,
it's obviously there's fucking the Maple Leafs and then the Toronto hockey team.
but if you listen to some Leaf fans, the way they're playing right now, we don't know the difference.
Hey, Willie
No
Nylander's
contact
killing it.
hockey. So yeah, God, Willie Nylander, Willie Styles, Slim Shady. Let's go.
Yeah,
Um,
he's killing it. Matthews has just decided that he's going to score more than 40 this year, just because he's not on my fantasy team this time.
15 game point
Such
streak
a
for
dick.
15 game point streak for William Nylander as he heads home to the homeland in Sweden
Sweden. Yeah, that's
the
exciting.
global series. So well, that'll be fun. All right. I got the show name,
Yeah, I
episode name
kind of have a
today.
feeling what it might be.
What do you think?
Moms would be fired up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Bedard has cometh.
Oh god. It's too religious.
Bedard
Okay.
is Bedard show. How about that?
Oh, the Bedard show begins. Or I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever you want. You got it.
Whatever. Okay.
The moms are
Make
fired up. I'm
the
saying.
moms are fired up. Okay, we'll go with that one. I like that one. All right. Episode 251. Make sure to follow us on all your favorite social media sites. Listen to the show on your favorite podcast feeds, YouTube, DraftKings promo code THPN, Raycon promo code THPN for 15% off. It's holiday season, get some gifts, some headphones for your friends. Make some bets with the DraftKings code to pay for your Christmas presents. Let's go.
Yeah, Bedard's not scoring less than 2 per game for the rest of his career, so just bet the over on Bedard points every game.
You want to start doing Tanner gambling corners?
Oh my god, I don't even gamble, dude. What the fuck?
But you seem to always give out good advice, and
Oh yeah, that's the greatest advice. Yeah, Bedard's gonna fucking never score less than 2 again. So
I wasn't talking about that.
he's gonna finish
but
his career with over 2,000 fucking points.
Ovechkin, who?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, wasn't that part of the stats too for first overall picks when you're going at it? Just to kind of go back to that real quick, he has 9 goals in 13 games, and like that's the most out of all first overall picks for the last like 20 years.
Let me check that real quick.
I just thought it was insane that he had more goals in this time frame than
I
like
still have it pulled
Ovechkin
up.
did.
Yes, according to that list, he has the most goals. Oh, also, Slavkovsky,
Slavkovsky.
Bedard has more more points this season than he does in his entire career so far as an NHL player.
That's pretty sweet.
So, all right.
Should have had Logan Cooley.
Should have did it. All right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Love you, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.